What do you think needs to happen now? Syria is in ruins. Aleppo is in sealed out, and the fighting is going on. Well, there is a ceasefire, but still, um, millions and millions of Syrians are either dead or refugees in Europe. How could this be changed? Is it possible, or it's too late?
Things were supposed to be done before, but they were very late. But nothing is very late. I think a decision might be done to stop the war, as it happened now with the ceasefire. Yes, it's not working 100%, but it works. Maybe another decision could stop the regime from continuing to commit more atrocities, more crimes, and to put an end to the Russian invasion, to the other invasion coming from either Iraq or Hezbollah or other parties participating, the Saudis, the Qataris, the Turks, anyone, so they can put an end to, the armed support, so they can end the fighting. Um, Syrians know what to do. Now, when the ceasefire happened, people are rushing to manage their own communities, run schools, returned back to life. They know how to manage themselves till this moment. After 5 years of destruction, they know what they want to do. If only a decision can stop Assad from bombarding Syria and the Russians from supporting him, and then everything will be fine.
Our 2011 award winner was from Syria, Razan Zaitunek. Razan was kidnapped 2 years ago, I think, on 9th of December, together with her husband and two of her colleagues, male and female. What would you? I mean, we don't know where is Razan. We hope that she and her colleagues are alive. What would you tell? I mean, she was kidnapped by, I think, the opposition in Iraq after years and years that the regime, the secret police, was trying to detain her and they couldn't catch her. It was the opposition to the Syrian president that actually kidnapped her and tried to silence her. What would you tell to those forces and those people who actually kidnapped Razan and who are silencing journalists and human rights defenders in Syria?
They're no different from the regime. They are repeating the same practices. Um, the, the only thing that I can say is they have to believe that the Syrian people will never stop and they can never be silenced. If the regime forces kidnapped us, they tortured us, they detained us, now you are doing the same, we will never stop. Razan will never be silenced. One day we will know the truth and the perpetrators will be sent to court and they will be sentenced. No one is going to flee from judgment. One day we will all bring the truth to the table and everyone will know what was happening and who did what and why. And until then, we will never stop searching for the truth and supporting each other's rights.
It's now very difficult to be Syrian. There are millions of Syrian refugees in Europe. You yourself experienced coming here to London,
Yes.
how difficult it is to get a visa. Um, I mean, why do you think the Europeans are so afraid of the Syrian refugees?
Uh,
Are they afraid? Are we afraid?
I think you're not afraid, but you don't want them to come. The Europeans don't want many people to come to Europe and disturb them. Uh, Politically speaking, they have the right to. Why to burden themselves, economically speaking, socially speaking, and to face many threats to come by the newcomers. They don't know us, and the international propaganda claiming that the Syrians are ISIS. So they are afraid that we are terrorists and we are going to bring terrorism into Europe. We're not. We're like normal people, um, aspiring for some peace of mind, at least, not peace. Um, we wanted to live in freedom and to get our rights, but the regime was supported by all forces of the world not to give us our rights back. And they are not helping us to get or to restore our rights back. Neither they want us to come to their um, countries, nor they want to end the war so we can live in peace. I am pretty sure that if they stop not the war but the barrel bombs, no one is going to flee the country, because no home is like home, and no one wants to be a refugee. Just stop the war and everyone is going to return back, or at least you will stop the Syrians from fleeing into your countries, but no one is wise enough to take this step.
And in the end, if you're looking towards the young girls that are coming behind us and the young women, I mean, what would be your advice? Would you advise them to become journalists, to be like you? The young Syrian women, for example.
Just to be brave and to face the reality, whatever the reality is. It's not only being a journalist that you will do your role. Being a teacher at a school, facing all the difficulties, is something brave. Just stay there for the sake of the kids that you are teaching. Being a doctor, being a mom, taking care of your community, being a manager, a leader, an activist, whatever. Just stay brave and be committed to what you believe in, and never change.
Thank you very much.
Most welcome. Thank you.